Nike and HQ. Well, this is it. Surprise! Another game that's not just another game. No, we are making Quiztory tonight HQ's biggest prize ever, money and more. The kind of thing that can only happen on HQ, the live mobile game show where you answer questions to win cash and maybe other things. I am your hype host with the high tops, Host Malone, Quiz Khalifa, Pat Slajak, Regis Trilbin, the Bad and Bougie Barker, the Trap Trebek, Scott Rogowski. Live from the greatest city on earth, the city that never sleeps. New York City, baby! Unboxing this one-of-a-kind game with all 1.7 million of you hype beasts tonight, HQ beasts, celebrating Air Max Day, and we are celebrating hard. Here's how. I'm gonna ask 15 questions. If you answer all of them correctly, you win. Money. Big money. $100,000 worth of money. The most money we've ever given away kind of money. But that's not all. That is not all. Because thanks to a collaboration with a little company called Nike, we are also giving out pairs of limited edition Nike HQ Air Max 270s NIB for winners only. Player exclusives not available in stores. Talk about grails. Are we talking grails? Only 100 of these were made, HQties, only for winners of tonight's Air Max Day game. Now that's a prize that money can't buy. HQ Airs, a one-time only exclusive edition in triple white with HQ Trivia heel tabs straight from Nike's cutting-edge complex, packaged in a unique HQ pattern Nike capsule. You want a peek of this? You want to see what these bad boys look like? I'm gonna show you. Yeah, baby. You only have one shot to win these tonight. Right now, it's all on the line. No do-overs. You do not want to take an L on this one. I repeat, you do not want to take an L. Failure is not an option. Are you ready to do this? All 1.77 million of you. Do you want to quiz with me and get some sneakers and money? Well, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get this shoe on the road, Cumero numero uno, in a famous folktale, what archer stole from the rich and gave to the poor? Jumpman, Robin Hood, or Mr. Steal Your Girl? Oh, baby. 1.78 million HQties in this game. You remember this Sherwood Forest-dwelling socialist overlord who's been played by everyone from Russell Crowe to Errol Flynn to my personal favorite, an animated fox? It's Robin Hood. That's right, and his men in tights. We're men in tights. 1,737,226 are roaming around the forest looking for fights and getting Cumero, numero, tumero. In the fashion world, different color combinations for a single design are known as what? Colorways, flash schemes, or grid stuffs. Yes, this is for the sneakerheads out there who want those HQ Airs, those 270s. This term applies to fashion designs of all kinds, including sneakers. Wink, wink. There's only one way out of this question. It's colorway or the highway. Colorways is your answer. Ooh, color me impressed. 925,375 getting it right. But almost 800,000 are out of the game, out of the gates. A savage question at Cumero numero tumero. I have not seen this before, folks. We are also making Quiztory tonight with a Savage Q2, the first ever. But there are still just under 1 million players left for Q3. What is the largest animal ever known to have lived? The blue whale, the woolly mammoth, or Apatosaurus? Largest animal ever known to have lived. And to borrow from the great Donald Rumsfeld, there are known knowns, known unknowns, unknown knowns. But from what we know, the blue whale is the biggest animal of all time. Despite the other ones that no longer live, 582,388 are holding on, just like the blue whale is holding on from extinction. And by the way, part of the design for the Air Max was inspired by a whale's tail breaching out of the water. A whale of a fact for you on Air Max Day, Q4. By volume, the air we breathe is mostly made up of what element? Nitrogen, oxygen, or carbon dioxide? Oh, looks like a lot of you got out at Q2 and said, peace, I don't even want to see what happens. I'm too butt hurt after this. For those of you who left, 582,000, let me know your shoe size. Why don't you start getting that shoe size going in the chat there while I tell you about the air we breathe. It's all around us, right? Hopefully. If you're in a vacuum right now, get out of there. It's dangerous. But if you're currently breathing air, it's about 21% oxygen, 21%, 78% nitrogen, and 1% Uncle Andy's cologne. Nitrogen is the vast majority of the air we breathe, and 271,000, the vast majority of tonight's quiz, is moving on, taking a deep breath. Just breathe. We're moving on to Q5. Before inventing Nike's Air soles, where did the creator work? NASA, Porsche, or Levi's? Nike's Air soles. The things that you'll find in your Air Max 270s. Shout out to M. Frank Rudy. If you consider yourself a true sneakerhead, you should know that Mr. Rudy came up with the air sole concept and the first prototype using ideas he formulated while working at the National Aeronautic and Space Administration. NASA, baby! 156,962 have liftoff tonight for Q6. What day is Mexico's equivalent to July 4th in the US? May 5th, March 5th, or September 16th? The equivalent to our July 4th, what is it in Mexico? Have you heard of Cinco de Mayo? Señor Frog's favorite holiday? It's a bigger deal in the United States than Mexico, where it's an important date celebrating Mexico's victory over the French, but it's not Mexico's Independence Day, aka el Día de la Independencia. No, that would be the 16 de septiembre, September 16th. And we have another savage question at Q6. Pregunta 6. Ay, muy salvaje. Mucho, mucho, mucho. Demasiado. We just lost 120,000 HQDs down to 41,431 who are celebrating like it's Independence Day, because don't forget what we're playing for tonight. Did you forget what I mentioned? We're playing for limited edition sneakers, baby. You're playing for shoes, HQ Airs. Q7, speaking of, for high-end sneakers, which of these acronyms describe shoes that are usually easiest to get? HTM, GS, or PE? Now, HTM refers to sneakers made by the collaboration of Hiroshi Fujiwara, Tinker Hatfield, and Mark Parker. Duh, they're real rare. PE, that's player exclusives like what you're getting tonight, maybe even more rare. But GS, that's grade school stuff, man. Literally, shoes for kids, 26,483 are kicking it to Q8. The real sneakerheads are in the game at Q7. We had a feeling you'd still be in there. You want those kicks, you're getting Q8. Which of these was not one of the canonical 7 wonders of the ancient world? A lighthouse, a mausoleum, or a library? We're going back, way back for this one. The original 7 wonders of the world. Great Pyramid of Giza is the only one of those 7 ancient wonders still standing. There were also Hanging Gardens, a temple, a couple statues, and the big mausoleum at Halicarnassus. Also, Alexandria's magnificent lighthouse. Not the library. And yes, we do have another savage question at Q8. Ouchie wowie, oh, the HQ manatee. We lost over 20,000 of you there who, I know you wanted those sneakers so bad. Instead, you're getting late fees at Q8, but 6,315 who answered library are getting Q9. The first Bo Jackson Nike TV ad featured the musical act famous for recording what song? Revolution, Hustlin', or I'm a Man? Do you know this one? I bet Bo knows. Bo always knows. The first Bo Knows ad featured Bo Diddley. Bump, 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 a bump, bump, whose biggest hits were probably the song Bo Diddley. I see what you did there, Bo. And I'm a Man, Ooh, and oh, savage question at Q9, SAVAGE, baby, we're down to 1889, men and women, I'm presuming, still in it to win it. You gotta answer a few more. Q10, which of these actors has not played a person forced to live inside a bubble? Jake Gyllenhaal, John Travolta, or Jason Alexander? Bubble Boy. Before Jake Gyllenhaal played a bubble boy in 2001, John Travolta starred in the 1976 TV drama called The Boy in the Plastic Bubble, which no doubt inspired the plot line in Seinfeld. While Jason Alexander confronted a bubble boy on that show, he never played one. No, Jason Alexander's your answer. 967 of you knew it. What are you looking at? Ever see a kid in a bubble before? It's Moops! 967 are bouncing around the room tonight and getting Q11. Which of these toys debuted in stores during JFK's presidency? RC Helicopter, G.I. Joe, or Slip and Slide? It's Moops! JFK. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Radio-controlled helicopters weren't commercially available until the 70s, so that rules that one out. And G.I. Joe debuted in 1964. But starting in 1961, you can lay down a sheet of plastic and hurtle headlong into your sprinkler with a genuine slip and slide. Slip and slide is your answer at Q11. And we're down to 289 on a brutal question. 710 of you just slid off the quiz. 289 are slip sliding away to Q12 tonight. Air Max Day. We're playing for Air Max's Q12. Which athlete deliberately incorporated soccer shoe concepts into their own sneaker design? Kobe Bryant, Serena Williams, or Tiger Woods? Oh, I want to see those shoe sizes now. We have 289 players left in the game. That's, what, 578 pairs of feet? 500, I think. Growing up in Italy might make a young person interested in soccer. And that's what happened to this guy who noticed soccer cleats were generally low tops, even though soccer players move like basketball players. So Kobe Bryant made his own shoes, low tops, the Black Mamba, shout out Lower Merion, and 198 are left after that one. We only made 100 pairs of these shoes. That's it. 198 going for 100 pairs. But there are 3 more questions at Q13. Though their designs are similar, which of these countries' flags has the most colors? Laos, Palau, or Bangladesh? You know your sneakers, but do you know your atlas? You crack a map lately? Don't sound like you do. Colored dots are a favorite motif on a number of flags, including Bangladesh's red on green and Palau's yellow on light blue. But Laos puts 2 red bands to liven up their white on blue design, bands to make them dance. Laos is your answer. Let me hear it loud and clear. And 56 of you are left after a savage Q13. 21 savage, 56 like shrimp on their pasta. They're waving that flag, waving it wide and high for Q14, the penultimate question tonight. Which of these duos consist of 2 people not born in the same year? Simon and Garfunkel, Outkast, or the White Stripes? So now it looks like we have enough sneakers for our winners. I guess the rest, I don't know. We'll just maybe just drop in the East River, put them in concrete, sink them. We'll find out. Old friends, Paul and Art, both born in 1941. Making them among the oldest living boys in New York at this point. Outkast, Big Boy, and Andre 3000 were somehow both born in 1975, just like Jack White. But Meg White, a touch older, born in 74, the White Stripes is your answer. And how many got the right stripes tonight? Just 26, down to 26 H-Cuties from nearly 1.8 million who started this game. They had the right stuff for Q14, but do they have it for the final round? This is it, folks. It all boils down to this. Q15, $100,000. Oh yeah, I forgot about the money. there's also $100,000 at stake, plus the limited edition HQ Air Max 270s. You can already feel them, right? It feels good, right? Oh, it's like walking on clouds. Q15, baby. Which of these nations' capital cities is located at the highest altitude? Ethiopia, Kenya, or Chile? Talking about clouds. Talking about capitals up in the clouds. Now, geography. Favorite subject of mine. You hate it, don't you? You hate it. You especially hate it at Q15 on tonight's game. Though much of Chile is mountainous, Santiago is at a relatively reasonable 1,800 feet. Nairobi, Kenya, not far from Mount Kilimanjaro, where you bless the rains, that lies at about 5,900 feet. But Addis Ababa is way up there. Ethiopia's capital is at 7,700 feet. And that means we have just 4 winners, baby! Woo! Final 4 splitting $100,000! Go crazy, folks! Go crazy! Not the least of which, the 4 winners who just split $100,000, which is $25,000 plus those elusive, exclusive, one-of-a-kind HQ Nike Air Max 270s. $25,000 each to El McCarthy 64, Nomingo 2002, Nathaniel Honea, and Franton 14. Our final 4 tonight, the Loyola Chicago, Michigan, Villanova, and Kansas of HQ, but there are no other rounds. That's it. You won. You cut down the net. It's your one shining moment. $25K plus your sneaks. Let us know what size you are. You're getting hooked up thanks to Nike. Thanks to us. We had something to do with it too. Thanks to you, all of you who played tonight. We're all a little richer for having played tonight, if not financially, then emotionally and intellectually, right? Thanks for coming out again for our 3rd game of the day. We are back tomorrow. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time and 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and every day. Every day. And remember, we gave out $100,000 tonight. On Wednesday, we're giving out $250,000. $250,000. We're blowing this up. What are we doing? We've lost our minds! But come back and join the fun. It's crazy. To the 4 people who got their kicks from HQ and Nike tonight, congratulations. I'm Scott Rogowski signing off, saying good night, and reminding you to just HQ it.